Welcome back to Weems Motor Co. We are at the Biltwell 100 and we are attempting to do 100 miles through the Mojave Desert on a 1956 Triumph. Now you might be asking yourself, what was the deal with that intro video? Well, on our trip out from Florida all the way out here to California, we were in Flagstaff, Arizona, and someone had ran through a red light and basically crashed into us. Unfortunately, I think my truck is probably totaled. We got a rental vehicle, was able to get everything transferred over into that truck, loaded it up, and headed out here to make it in time for this race. Now, this bike that we're racing, it's notorious for breaking push rods. If you haven't seen some of those videos, make sure you go back, check that out. But we're going to attempt to do this. Some people call us crazy. We are probably very crazy, but all we have to do is compete in the race. If that just means making it past the start line, we made it past the start line. We did the Biltwell 100. But right now, I want you guys to jump down in the comments and I want you to guess how many miles we'll make it in. I don't know how many I'm gonna make. Maybe I'll make it 20 feet in and break another push rod. We've already broke 2 push rods since we've been here. If you want to find out about that, check out this segment. Got the 56 Triumph out here, and guess what? Ripping through the desert, we broke another push rod. So I'm gonna let you guys see how this process works. I'm gonna set a timer up, and I'm gonna give myself about 35 minutes to change this push rod. We'll see if we can make it happen. At the Biltwell 100, and we are getting ready to take this 1956 Triumph desert sled 100 miles to the desert. Maybe we'll make 50, maybe we'll make 25, maybe we'll make 10 feet. The goal is that we pass the starting line and compete in this race. Reason being because yesterday when we were out ripping and romping on this thing, we broke 2 push rods. Then again, reiterating what the name of the bike is, the push rod popper. But during this time, we've met a lot of really super cool people who do desert racing, people not like us, that it's our very first time doing this. People like this guy by the name of Dave, who is riding, what's your bike there?
I got a Triumph 1200 Scrambler.
A Triumph, the best motorcycle in the world. Best motorcycle, and he agrees with me.
There we go, right there, buddy.
In ink permanently. Permanently. So Mr. Clean Dave, are you excited about the race today?
I am. I'm excited to finish with you first place on the podium.
Okay. He is an optimist, and I really like that. I just, like I said, happy to cross the starting line to compete in the race. We'll see how far this old 56 Triumph will take us, and how far do you think you're going to make it on that that amazing scrambler you got?
Like I said, we're shooting for the top slot.
Slot?
There's only number 1 here, and that's you and me, buddy.
Only number 1, yeah. And I just got done going number 1. That's a good thing. So we gotta empty the bladders before we start the racing.
Right. Get the jitters out.
Get the jitters out. He is bike number 101.
Upside down, right side up. It's the same number.
And we are bike number 186. I just hope to pray that, like I said, we compete, have a great time, no one gets hurt, and we just blast through the desert. So let's get some footage of what's going on here around the camp. you guys don't know, this is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Bill Wheeler from Wheelhouse Garage.
Wheelhouse Garage.
Okay.
It's all good, man.
I'm just jacking it all up today. Little nervous.
Yeah, man.
Not to race, but nervous for my bike.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the toughest part of all of it, but you're riding an old Triumph too, right?
Yeah, man, 57 pre-unit. Similar to yours, yeah.
You're one newer.
I know.
One newer, and I'm probably positive you're not gonna break a push rod today.
Well, I hope not, but you never know. This is racing.
It is racing, and we're gonna race them until they don't race no more.
That's it.
That's the whole point of it. We're gonna catch up with Bill after the race and talk about his YouTube channel a little bit, but I think we probably should listen to what they're gonna tell us about this race.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
On.
Do it. All right, guys, here's the situation report. A little bit after mile marker 18, stopped to help my good friend Mike Davis, who had pulled off to the side, couldn't get his bike going. Helped him out, got his bike going. Went to jump back on the pushrod popper, and she does not want to start. So we're kind of stranded here for a little bit until a rescue vehicle, or we'll try to keep kick-starting this thing, keep it going, but this video may continue when we get back to the pit. Who knows? Stuck in the Mojave Desert, Weems Motor Co. with maybe a possibly broke bike. It could be simply foul plug. No clue. Here we are, doing this all for you guys. Make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We do cool stuff like this all the time. We usually don't break down. Stick around, guys. Shortly after sitting in the desert for a few minutes, I decided to kickstart the bike and realized that it was simply just flooded out. Jumped back on the bike, continued the ride on. At this point, I just want to say thank you to my sponsors, Odin. Make sure you go over and check out all of their awesome motorcycle gear that they have. Odin Manufacturing, you are the best. Thank you for supporting this trip. We continued the ride on, and then shortly after, of course, the GoPro batteries died.
Try.
Well, I would take it for another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Aircraft wire ties.
I got zip ties.
Zip ties.
Yeah.
David, he's alive. Look at the tape. It's still there. Yeah, at least we did. Ah!
So when I heard the rattling, it was about mile marker 7, and I pulled over and I was like, ah, crap. I literally took all of my tools out of my bag because I was like, I'm gonna break down and I'm just gonna have lunch in the desert. So I took all my tools away, and then I was like, I seen that, I was like, oh crap. And I had a net gator on, and I was like, well, I can take this net gator, wrap it around here, pull it back, and did that. And then I got back on, rode for another 10, 11 miles. Just after mile marker 18, Mike Davis was broke down. And I was just like, I can't leave Mike there. So I pull over to Mike, and he's like kicking his guts out on this old 29 Harley. And I was like, what can I do, buddy? And he's like, man, I don't know. He's like, I've already gave away. He's like, he broke down before and he gave away his stuff. And I was like, I got one if you need it. And I was going to get mine from him, and he got it fired up. And he was like, hold the throttle. And I just held the throttle for him while he got his helmet and everything on, and we kept it running. And I was like, you got this, bro. Take off. And he took off and went to my bike. Wouldn't start. And because when I pulled up to him, I hit the shutdown, but it did a cough back. Like, I was like, that's not good. I'm like, probably broke the rod. So I just sat down, took my helmet off, drank some water, chilled out, walked up top of the hill to see what was around, text my friends, called some people. I'm like, yeah, shared my location, like, here's where I'm at. And they're like, holy crap, dude, you're in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, yeah. So, and then I was like, you know what, all right, I'd like sit down and eat. Let me just start it up, see if it'll start. And because it had been probably 20 minutes. And it fired. I was like, holy crap, shut it off. Yeah. It's not a broken push rod. It was just flooded out. Like, cool. So I was like, got all my gear back on, fired it up, and then made it the rest of the day. There's one last little hill, and I'm going up and I'm doing great. It's just rock. That just sucks. And I was second, and I'm like, I need a downshift. I went to downshift, and boom, and I fell. That's the only time I went down. It was like mile 22.
Almost the end. And you told him to bring another one. Look at that.
But,
Mom knows.
But I think I have to call it because of the tank being loose. I was like, after 7, I was like, it's gonna spark and catch on fire, and that's gonna be epic. All right,
wait to have it.
Here we are.
What's up?
Bill Wheeler made it all through his 2 passes, and the last thing you seen from us was we were stuck at about 18 and a half, 19 miles, and I pretty much had thrown in the flag, but then I said, hey, I can't give up that easy.
No way, man.
We got to keep pushing on. I got on the bike, and guess what? It fired up, but all of my GoPros were dead.
Of course.
I'm a horrible YouTuber. But we made it through 25 miles, and we didn't think we were going to make it past the start line, so I call that a success, my friend.
100% a success.
So I'm here with Bill Wheeler, and he does this thing on his YouTube channel that I absolutely love. If you love old motorcycles and you love beer, every week he releases a video showing all of these cool old bikes, and sometimes he says, hey, we're going to do bike and a beer, and I wanted to take the opportunity to do bike and a beer with you, Bill.
Well, you know I'm saying yes to that.
Can't go wrong with it. The beer today is from my good friends at Levin Brewing in Tampa, Florida. They're right there. They're my local brewery. If you're ever in Tampa, make sure you check them out. You have the Good Boy Bailey.
Good Boy Bailey.
Yeah, IPA, and I have the Blueberry Kolsch. And we got some really rad bikes back here behind us, man.
Super rad.
1956 and 1957 Triumph Desert sleds.
I think we were the only Triumph pre-units today.
What?
Yeah, I didn't see any others, dude.
Yeah, dude. That's awesome. I like that.
Yeah, me too.
That's a super cool. And I definitely got bitten by the bug, so I will be back next year.
Oh, for sure.
Got to make some adjustments.
Yeah.
You learn.
Lots to learn.
You learn. So let's pop open this beer, and I'm going to let you talk to me about your bike.
Okay.
Because everybody on my channel knows about my bike.
Yeah,
so.
I'd be glad to.
All right, let's try this.
Get creative on this.
Oh man. Yeah,
we know the unfortunate reason why these cans are.
Yeah, they survived. I mean, use my bent
there you
handle.
Go.
There you
Watch
go.
This. Check out this move. Boom!
And that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. So, yeah, good beers.
Good beer right there. Good boy, Bailey.
Gotta watch those. They're a little up there on the percentages.
They go down easy, I bet, too.
Yeah, and it doesn't take very much. Yeah. So talk to me about this desert sled that you are rocking.
Yes, this is a 57 Triumph pre-unit 650 TR6. I built this bike really kind of within the last year or so. And I bought the bike, actually I bought this bike from Mike Davis. And it looked totally different. It was red, and there was a bunch of different parts on it. There was like a 21 front, a little bit more modern parts. So I tossed all that. I wanted to build like a real Bud Eakins 50 style pre-unit Triumph desert sled. So that's what I did. And you know, I'm sure you do the same thing. It takes time to accumulate the parts. So this build has really like progressed over the course of a year. And but yeah, 650 motor. These are real Bud Eakins vintage pipes. That's a front fender from Ace Desert Classics. This is the frame is a 59 actually. I've got a monoblock amyl carb on there, Webco air filter, just kind of, you know, 18 rear, 19 front, Dunlop rims, and then of course a layover sprocket. These are Webco, real vintage Webco handlebars. I want to mention these guys. Red Clouds Collective made this tool roll, and it took a beating today on these handlebars. It's holding all my Whitworth wrenches, my tire irons, didn't move an inch.
You want to know what I did?
What?
Because I knew my bike, well, I expected my motorcycle to break. So I said, I'm taking all of my tools out of my fanny pack. I'm just gonna load it up with food and crackers because once I'm stuck, I want to have some lickies and chewies.
That's right.
And yeah, I didn't. I messed up, guys. I should have had some tools. Luckily I didn't break down.
Yeah.
I just got to flood it out for a little bit.
I would have stopped and tossed you some tools.
You didn't stop. He went by me.
I didn't see it.
It's all good. I know you're focused.
Mud. Yeah, one track mud.
Look 10 to 20 feet in front of you. That's all that matters.
Right.
It's like I was kind of off to the side a little bit. I was like enjoying the breeze.
Yeah.
And it's good, man.
So
Killer motorcycle. Hey guys, if you are not subscribed to Bill's channel, make sure you head over to Wheelhouse Garage. Check out all the cool old motorcycles. Check out the beers that he's doing. I want to say thank you to Levin once again for providing us with these nice beverages.
Cheers.
Cheers, my friend. We're going to kill these beers and we're going to wrap up this video. You guys stick around.
Thanks, Jared.
Yep.